Yo, what is good, Panthers Nation? Welcome back to the channel, guys. And we have some more breaking news, notes, highlights, observations from another day here in Carolina for training camp. Now, today was a very interesting practice because it was a fan fest. There was fans everywhere. They were in the stadium practicing for the first time. The energy was through the roof, and Bryce Young came through and looked like an absolute stud, building a ton of chemistry with a bunch of different wide receivers and looking like an absolute leader out there, which is exactly what you need to see out of a young quarterback like Bryce Young. And this is when things really start to ramp up, when things really start to get exciting. This is the time for that, guys. Make sure you guys do yourself a favor and join the family. Smash that like button so we can get this video out to all of the Panthers fans all around the world. Also, subscribe to the channel if you're new because I will be covering the rest of free agency, any trades that take place, training camp every single day, preseason. There's a game tonight. I will be live for that game, so if you want to watch with me, make sure you guys join the family. And I'm also going to be live streaming during the regular season as well, so join the family if you haven't already done so. But let's get into the video. Bryce Young looked like an absolute stud during this practice in front of all the fans. Looked like the pressure was not getting to him. He did not mind that the fans were here, and maybe it even helped him out a little bit during this training camp session. Now, like I said, second straight practice, insane. I think he went 11 for 16 in team drills. He had one mistake, which is okay. He's young, but I did think he threw an interception to Kamu Kruger-Hill, but it wasn't even his fault. I believe that the ball got deflected into the air off his receiver's hands, but either way, I believe that Bryce Young had one hell of a day, and he looked insanely good. Center Bradley Bozeman also had the chance to speak to the media about rookie quarterback, and this was going crazy throughout Twitter, or X now. People were talking about this all day after practice, and he told reporters that Bryce Young is, although calm, always commands the huddle, and he's quoted saying, "I wouldn't call him soft-spoken at all. I'd call him more confident. I mean, just even-keeled and confident. It's everything that I get from him. When he steps into the huddle, everyone shuts up and looks." So that tells you a lot. There's a lot of huddles I've been in where a lot of people are talking in side conversation about the play that happened before. Whenever he steps in, it's silent. That is huge news. The one thing I was questioning was Bryce Young going to be a leader coming into his first year in Carolina? Well, it looks right off the bat he is. He's going to be a leader, which is absolutely massive news for the Carolina Panthers as they continue to try to build a roster around him. And I'll tell you one thing in particular. He was building a ton of chemistry in this practice. Terrace Marshall looked like the focal point of the offense today, or yesterday, I should say. But as well as DJ Chark, man. DJ Chark looks good as well as a deep threat. I think he's going to see a lot of play going forward. Jeremy Chin is starting to see a very interesting role in this defense. I think I'm excited to see what he is going to do next season. I think he's going to be in and out of a lot of different positions, including the nickel, safety, boundary corner even at times, I believe. He's going to be mixed in at a bunch of different positions, which I think makes them a lot more versatile, more creative. You could say there he is right there. But I think it's going to be more noticeable how much he's going to be able to contribute. He's going to be close to the line of scrimmage at times, and I think he can make a big impact on this team next season. Now, there was some other things to note. Rookie guard Nash Jensen, he got a little bit injured. He walked out. He went to the training room to get checked up on. There was no pads for outside linebacker Marquise Hayes, who they actually are pretty high on. They think he's going to be a pretty good player here. C.J. Henderson was back to practice yesterday after missing with, I believe, a groin injury. So there's been a lot of, injuries, some guys coming back. But overall, a good day for Bryce Young in the offense. Bryce Young threw a couple of dimes to Laviska Shenault down the field. Laviska Shenault looked actually very fast, so we'd like to see that. He blew past, I believe, Jamie Robinson on the big play. We see a drop ball there by Terrace Marshall in the end zone. But overall, just a great practice here, great energy fan fest. We saw a lot of good things coming out here for the Panthers, including Bryce Young's command with the offense. His chemistry building with some of his wide receivers. Hayden Hurst got involved as well. So I'm excited to see what this Panthers team can do over the the entirety of the season. Let me know in the comment section down below who is someone that you think can break out for the Panthers next season, whether that be a guy like Miles Sanders, who could be a 3-down back this year, is a guy like Hayden Hurst, is it Tommy Tremble, is it one of these wide receivers like Jonathan Mingo or someone random like Derek Wright. Let me know what you guys think down below. But in my opinion, I think this defense is going to have a lot of good things come their way. I think this defense is stacked. Let me know what you guys think, though. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, join the family. I will be live for tonight's Hall of Fame game, Jets-Browns, if you want to come watch with me. But with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. But also check out today's sponsor, Underdog Fantasy, if you want to play in some Underdog best ball leagues with me throughout the season. This video is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. And if you love playing fantasy sports like football, basketball, baseball, and so many other sports, but also love being able to win money, you're going to want to stick around for this whole segment. Introducing Underdog Fantasy, the ultimate platform for fantasy sports lovers. Do you want to experience the thrill of drafting your team and competing for huge prizes? Well, look no further. With Underdog Fantasy, you get access to a wide range of fantasy sports, including football, basketball, baseball, and so much more. But here's what makes Underdog Fantasy stand out from all of those other apps. They've got quick and user-friendly drafting process, a unique and exciting game formats, fair and competitive contests for all skill levels, and attractive bonuses and promotions. Not only can you draft teams and compete with others, but you can also play a game of higher and lower, which is personally my favorite thing to do on there, but you can potentially win 20 times the money you put down. And if you use code MattyDubs when you sign up, Underdog will match your first deposit up to $100. And what that means is basically when you deposit, let's say $100, they'll give you a free $100 to use and play with. Click the link in the description to get started, or head to the website right now to start dominating the fantasy world. And don't miss out on all the fun. Be a part of the Underdog community starting now. And don't forget, if you use code MattyDubs, they'll match your first deposit up to $100. Let's get started. Get into drafts with me starting today.